This weekend is the 19th edition of Operation Bluecoat, with again a lot of military vehicles and displays, but I'll show you everything after this short intro. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's start with the first terrain, with mainly World War II vehicles and displays. And here we see the first three World War II vehicles, 3 US Willys Jeeps. And on the left, a US Dodge truck. If anyone has more info about this truck, please post it in the comments. On the right, the first German World War II display of reenactment group Dritte Division. I personally really like those big camo Zelt tents. Next to the US Dodge WC-45 ambulance, the US Jeep and display of the Desert Rats. And here on the right, our German reenactment friends of the Gluckhafte Division, who have set up a nice fully dressed up officer stand. They form their display together with the nurses of Sanitatsabteiling 71. Next to this World War II US Harley-Davidson WLA motorcycle, we'll see the display of the Princess Irene Brigade, a Dutch military unit initially formed from approximately 1,500 troops who arrived in the United Kingdom in May 1940 following the collapse of the Netherlands. Now we come to the large display of the 352 Volksgrenadier Division. On the right we see their armory, and here we see the workshop with a number of oil and petrol barrels. Here everything is ready for a German World War II wedding ceremony, but we will come back to it later in this video. On the left, the Russian reenactors of reenactment group East to West 4045 has set up their display. Reenactment group Kochenhause is also present, but they are apparently away with their sidecar for this moment. It's really beautiful to see these two Opel Blitz trucks next to each other. And of course, the beautiful flag of the Flakhelfer and Flakhelferinnen cannot be missed here. Their display remains a feast for the eyes. Also note the original flag trailer in the background. And I want another small demonstration. Now we come to the displays of Die Gespensterbrigade with a fully equipped staff tent, with a desk including the necessary objects for administration and communication, and of course their beautiful mess cannot be missed. And of course the inner self of the soldiers must be pampered. This beautiful display of a fully working and restored World War II German Fieldkitchen, or the so-called Goulash cannon. It relied exclusively on wood as fuel and hence was able to operate on the front line around the clock. Feeding capacity was around 120 till 150 troops. The simple design included a large pressure cooking cauldron, a tea or coffee kettle and a boiler. We are halfway of the first terrain when we come across this beautiful Volkswagen Kubelwagen. Next to it is a DKW NZ350-1 motorcycle. Here we see the other side of the display of the 352 Volksgrenadier Division, including their tank barriers, the Czech hedgehogs and dragon's teeth. And of course, the fully equipped field hospital with Red Cross sidecar from reenactment group Sanitatsabteiling 352. This original BMW R12 motorcycle produced on 6 September and delivered on the 7th September 1938 to a flak unit in Mannheim is again here at this event. And this Willys Jeep is one of the first produced series. It has even the text Willys stamped on the rear panel. If I knew this, I would have filmed more of that Jeep. Here's another German motorcycle with sidecar and two German Truppenfahrräder from the Gluckhafte Division. The rest of this terrain is filled with US trucks, jeeps and displays. And here at the back left, we see the display of reenactment group Valentine. Now we're entering the second terrain, with World War II and also post-World War II displays and vehicles. And there are also sales stands available with all types of militaria. Here on the left corner is the display of the Iltis Club. They even displayed a German Afrika Corps motorcycle with sidecar. Here on the left, the vehicle with the large white 4 on the front is an aircraft tractor with original trailer, on which 2 tires of a Haviland Mosquito bomber, a British twin-engined aircraft, are placed. Now we're going to the third terrain, with normally mainly young military vehicles, but due to the many attendees, some World War II vehicles found a spot on here. I really like this Land Rover with camouflaged base setup very much. Maybe because I had, as you know, an ex-MOD UK Land Rover 110 before. And back over to the second terrain for the last lane of military vehicles and displays. On the left we'll see a Vietnam mortar display of the 25th Infantry. This is a Willys MB-Navy, used on naval bases or on ports as a general proposed vehicle. These are two BSA M20 motorcycles, British made by the Birmingham Small Arms Company at their factory in Birmingham. Although initially viewed as a near failure by the War Office in 1936, the M20 evolved into one of the longest serving motorcycles in the history of British military motorcycling. Many are still in use around the world today. This World War II Chevy C60L military truck were the workhorses of the Canadian Army overseas. This GMC CCKW 353 is the World War II emblematic light truck with standard workshop body, was available in 17 main versions. And we end with some more sales stands at the end of this lane. Especially for today, we provide you with a German World War II wedding as I promised.
Liebe Familie und Freunde, wir alle sind heute hier, um die Hochzeit von Thomas Busch und Christine Rüdelmann zu feiern. Sie sind seit vielen Jahren verlobt und haben nun endlich den Schritt gewagt zu heiraten. Wir werden das Gelübde ablegen. Thomas, willst du Christine zu deiner rechtmäßigen Frau nehmen? Ja. Willst du in gute und schlechte Zeiten, in Krankheit und Gesundheit für sie da sein? Ja. Willst du gut auf sie aufpassen? Ja. Jawohl. So. So. Bitte schön. Christine, willst du Thomas zu deinem rechtmäßigen Ehemann nehmen? Willst du in gute wie in schlechte Zeiten, Krankheit und Gesundheit für ihn da sein? Stellen Sie sicher, dass sein Essen fertig ist, wann er nach Hause kommt. Bringen Sie seine Hausschuhe mit, sobald er hereinkommt. Bringen Sie nach das Abendessen seine Zeitung und seine Bier zum Couch. Gut. Danach erledigen Sie den Abwasch, ohne sich zu beschweren. Sorgen Sie dafür, dass sein Lunchpaket jeden Morgen fertig ist, bevor er nach seiner Arbeit geht. Oh.
Ja, we waren er dus ook bezig dan een mooie jurkprogramma te maken.
Ja, wat man Okay. Dann erkläre ich Sie jetzt zu Mann und Frau. Thomas, da ist deine Braut.
Jawohl.
Ja, jetzt.
Genug Gras gebruikt. Kom er. Maak toch gest.
Zelf opgekeken? Ja, ja.
Ik kom je pakken. Kinderen zijn
Ja.
Ja, wij zeker. Laat die muur erop gedaan.
Die boterham maken niet. Ich wünsche Sie noch viel Glück. Ah, ja. Bravo!
On Saturday, we didn't participate in the organization's vehicle tour because the Sapphire motorcycle of our mechanic Ziegler wasn't assembled yet. So when he finally did, we had to take it for a test drive. So Sturmer from Kampfgruppe Kochenhause and me, Sanitator Schneider, with Reinhardt and Zimmerman in the sidecar, joined him for a short drive. And of course, it was again time to go back in time. thanks to the organization for another great event. We again had a great time here. So I just have to say this. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and hit the bell button.